Hey there! Welcome to another patch note review from Strinova. We got season 2, literally in like 20 minutes. Less than 20 minutes now. I meant to get this out earlier, but the first recording went to shit. So here we are doing this again, but a little faster. First of all, season 2, Corrosive Genesis. We got Yugiri coming out, who places devices that erodes armor of enemies who walk through it. It is only temporary erode, kind of like Meredith, except Meredith is for HP and Yugiri is for armor. And then, surprisingly enough, 1 month later, we are getting Leona, who puts up blocks that to block pathways, sight lines, and bullets. I'm looking forward to both characters, and also the next thing on this list, which is matchmaking system optimization. They're optimizing Strinova points for ranked. So I don't know like the ins and outs of what it means, but I believe like things like knockdowns will also count towards points instead of just kills. Uh, Even though we only have one dormitory, we can now switch the scenarios. So Celestia has the standing idle. She has the one where she's at a computer, where she's eating ice cream, and she's laying down and sleeping. So you can swap between those, and it also randomizes every 20 minutes. Profile reconstruction, I believe this means that the skin showcase on your profile you'll be able to actually customize. There's new milestone quests, so if you're at level 5 or above, you will get all of them completed immediately. Anyone under level 5 will get some of them completed already, and new ones will have to do them all. New navigators. And then added new animations for legendary skins, and skin effects will now appear next to your avatar in the selection interface. I think what this means is like when you're picking your character during like before the game starts. Match history, basically just like ranked, how it shows how many points you get or lose in the match history. It'll also do the same for challenge, except you'll never see minus points in challenge. You'll only see plus. And then next, we got a bunch of union system changes, like improved UI, new patterns and backgrounds for the level up. I don't know what fuzzy search means, but they also added filtering and optimized leadership auto transfer. And then apparently there was a bug with the launcher which made a blurry background. I don't know about that. I never experienced that. Then next we have the battle pass, which will give you a Flavia skin, Yugiri skin, and other things as well. On top of that, if you get to Proton in ranked, you'll be able to get a rare Yugiri skin. This will be the same as the fragrance from last season. And then we move on to balance changes. The first one affects all characters, which is stringified damage reduction increased from 36 to 40%. So an extra 4% damage reduction when you're in Stringify. String Energy Network, the one in the bottom right, the upgrade no longer reduces stringified damage reduction and no longer reduces stringified movement speed for the respective ones. I didn't really feel this. I didn't really experience this, so I don't know. Uh, I never really knew how this felt, but I mean, it's technically a buff. Flavia, first buff. Well, I don't know about this one. It might be like a nerf. I'm not quite sure, but after she transforms, she can only revert from her orb state to her original form when the orb is fully generated, which I believe that it means the thing above her head, like the one that blinds people. And also her Awakening 2 is getting a buff. The casting delay is being removed so they can transform immediately after casting, which I believe means like the animation for her throwing her hand up will be removed basically for Awakening 2. So that definitely is a buff for Awakening 2. Kanami is also getting a buff. Her skill cooldown will be reduced by 5 seconds, and the detection radius buffed by 5 meters. Also, will now detect all unobstructed enemies, not those within a 180 degrees front. Which means, like, if you put it on, like, a corner, it'll be able to see everything except, like, the corner itself. Ultimate skill is also getting a buff. Including the original effect, Crosshair Blur now causes affected target's weapon spread in shoulder fire to be that as in hip fire, which means technically the accuracy will be less because even if you're shooting while in shoulder fire, you'll be shooting at a lower accuracy as if you were hip firing. And then the change on her upgrade, I believe, is the top right one. Instead of having duration plus 2 seconds, it is being replaced with sonar disc HP plus 50%. So before it had 100 HP, I think, and it'll now have 150 HP if you grab this upgrade. Next, Celestia. Her Polaris, which is her gun, will be able to swap between auto and 3-shot burst by using the same button they use for switch scope. So it'll no longer be in the upgrades, which you can see down here. It is being replaced with effective range. Also, her active skill cooldown is being reduced by 10 seconds, and temporary armor increased by 5. So 20. 20 per use of her skill. Her Guardian Star upgrade, which I believe is the top right, the cooldown used to be 10 seconds reductions, and instead will be 8-second reduction. Which makes sense because the base cooldown got reduced already. I think most people will probably take the 3 over the cooldown, but who knows. Awakening 2 is also getting a nerf. Starlight duration reduced from 10 seconds to 6.5. I think this means that whenever you put one of your skills on a target, it'll only last 6.5 seconds before like the possibility to get the blind can even go off. And then Awakening 3 is getting a buff where the armor is being increased from 15 to 20. So I believe that would be 40 per use of her skills. So 120 if you just send it on to Ming. So Ming's going to become very tanky, and so will Celestia. Bimo is getting a huge nerf. Weapon spread increased by 5%. Base mag capacity reduced by 1 to 9. And rate of fire increase. So a slight buff as well. And then his damage for his shotgun is going down. as you can see here. His skill now, each bullet from his primary weapon reduces the cooldown by 3%, and cooldown is increased to 20 seconds. And it no longer resets on kills and assists. So how to reset it is you would continuously do damage rather than getting kills. And then there will no longer be slugs for Bimo. It is replaced with base fire rate. And cooldown reduction upgrade is being changed from 5 to 4. And ammo upgrade is now 3 instead of 4. So a total of 12 shots and a cooldown of max of 16 seconds rather than 8 seconds. Reichi is also getting a buff. The charge time on his passive is being reduced by 1 second. His wall hack duration is being reduced by 1 second, so a little nerf there. The active skill is getting a cooldown reduction of 5 seconds, but the duration is also being shortened by 5 seconds. However, instead of placing it directly in front of him, you can also place it 10 meters away from him. So I think what you have to do is you look up a bit, and the wall location will move further the farther up you look, up to 10 meters. And then his upgrade for his passive is changing from 1.5 to 1 second. So instead of 3.5 second charge time reduction or charge time, it'll be 3 seconds. So a little bit of a buff there. Luine is also getting a buff to her ultimate. It'll now reveal enemies to her when they pass through the ultimate. This is great. Simple buff, but still great nonetheless. Aika is getting a buff slash nerf as well. Magazine capacity reduced to 8 from 9, but she has a bit more damage. And her slugs are also gone, replaced with base fire rate. And the increase bullets now only adds 2 instead of 3. So a total of 10 instead of 12. Nobunaga is getting a slight buff and a slight nerf as well. His active, you can retrieve it from 5 more meters away. His armor regen is increased to 5 per second instead of 4. His passive charging time is reduced by 0.25 seconds. The blur now also causes the weapon spread in shoulder fire mode to be the same as hip fire, so kind of like Konami's ult from earlier. And then the upgrade to his skill, which is the top right one, you can change. The armor regen is increased from 4 to 5, so a total of 10 if you grab that, 10 per second. And his Awakening 2, the wall hack duration after enemies exit is reduced by 0.5 seconds. So a little bit of a nerf to his Awakening 2, but a general buff to everything else. Yvette is also getting a buff. Her passive, her camouflage, the distance to discover her is reduced by 4 meters. And when you're swapping weapons or controlling Fae, it no longer breaks stealth. As well as the active skill for Fae, when they are destroyed, they self-destruct or disappear. Every unused sprint charge refunds 15% cooldown. Which means if you get the upgrade to have 3 sprint, you don't use any of the sprints, you get a full 45% cooldown to using Fae again. While Fae also has a 3 meters per second boost to its speed. Then we move on to the season events. First of all, if we got POS Boot Camp, you get points. You can get a Yugiri skin, trial card, and a weapon skin. And then Spring Blessings. This one will be POS Bootcamp will be active immediately, by the way. The Spring Blessings will also be active immediately and last a little bit longer. And you complete quests to earn Harmony Coins, which I believe is the same thing as we're currently doing. The current event, which I think will still be there for a bit longer. And you can get an epic skin. You can get an epic Audrey skin from this. So we get a free epic Audrey skin and her weapon skin from doing this event, as well as some other things that you can get. And then this 10 spring blessing packs that you can get can give you 25% chance for memory sequences, 20% for win XP, 25% for base string, and 25% for dream tokens. And then next we have Dreamscape Park, which will start in February. I think I don't collect coupons to scratch special pattern stickers at the sticker exchange and redeem event souvenirs. Match 2 to win the reward and unlock the next. You can get dream tokens, Madalena skin, some emotes, some pulls, and a player card. And then Desert Coupon Exchange rewards. You can get gift box, win XP, trial card, and dream tokens of different amounts. Next up, we have the new legendary skins. First of all, we all have Yvette's starting basically as soon as as soon as you open up the game. This one should be active. If you are looking to see what they look like beforehand, check out my legendary skin video, which I will place in the description below. And then after that one is done, we will have Mecha Angel, which is Kokona's legendary skin. On top of that, Celestia's legendary skin is being added to the standard banner. And then we have the purchasable skins, which is Michelle's, Ming's, and Celestia's. You can see them all the way up here. They're talking about these three right here. And then after that, on the 6th, we will also have Konami, Michelle, and Yvette skin to be able to purchase, which is also showed here, which I believe is like school uniforms. Or more casual outfits. And then we also have some more gameplay optimizations. So Team Arena used to be a 7v7, it'll go down to a 6v6. Team Deathmatch will be from 5 teams of 3 to 4 teams of 3. And the final phase in Demolition extends from 5 seconds to 6 seconds, as well as bomb planting time reduced by 0.5 seconds. And then, of course, we have some changes to the escort mode as well. It looks like adjusted skill recommendations, ultimate cost changes, special effects that indicate interaction range of payload, increase payload's forward and backward movement speed, adjusted match duration to offset it from respawn, remove knockdown description from the String Energy Network UI, and just a bunch of character changes to Escort that I don't really care about, but if you care about, I will slowly scroll through it for you. It just looks like some ultimates will be cheaper, some will be more expensive, and some skill cooldowns and stuff like that. And then also some bug fixes for Match Summer UI, background music volume, some people not being able to play ranked at the required level, UI display, and text issues. Overall, pretty exciting patch, in my opinion. I'm looking forward to all these changes for the characters. I'm looking forward to Yugiri and eventually Leona as well, and to see how the points algorithm for ranked changes how people rank up. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed. And the patch is actually probably currently live as soon as this is out. So hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the game. Bye.